Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be one of my favorite videos to do because I am going to show you basically my favorite items that I love to do a full face in. This is kind of like my go-to everyday look that I can do rather quickly. So I'm going to try to like speed it up and like make sure that you guys can, sit and watch and enjoy, but also get some really valuable information and just basically see what I do. You can always taper this back to whatever you need personally. But I just want to show you like a look, my go-to look. Here it is. Okay, so first up, I always go ahead and use this plant-based sunscreen. It's an SPF 30. It is anti-aging. It is the perfect base to start with. Not only is it going to protect you from the sun, but it is a safe sunscreen that you're going to get to use. And honestly, it is the best. It doesn't clog my pores. It keeps everything just sits so beautifully. The best way to get the perfect, I did a perfect base face video recently, but is exfoliation and hydration. I can't stress that enough, making sure that you're fully exfoliated, you're hydrated, and you're ready to go. I love this sunscreen for that reason because it's just going to give you that really great hydration. Next up, we're actually going to use is a base spray, which has minerals. It's going to help reduce the size of the pores. It's going to help keep your makeup just a really great, keep it on and just, I guess I want to say like a really great place to adhere to. So if your skincare routine is off and you're struggling with that, your makeup it really isn't going to apply properly, or you might not be getting the results that you want. So I highly recommend doing that. I do have free harmful chemical skincare that I use. I gotta tell you guys, if you've been following on my journey a little bit, I'm gonna be dropping some great videos on basically what has been going on, my journey to motherhood, but it's really important for me to have products that are free of harmful chemicals, that there's no parabens, all that stuff, those fillers, those things are not gonna help spike my hormones in any way. So I love that the skincare does that, and I love that the makeup has a lot of, are free of a lot of those parabens as well. So we got that going, let's get moving. Okay, so some of my favorite products you're about to see me use is brush number 5 and brush number 17. This is a diffuser brush for foundation, and I love to go ahead and use this for my concealer. I also love how it warms up the wax-based foundation. So let me show you a little thing called the Perfect Complexion Palette. It is perfect because if you guys have never used a wax-based foundation, it doesn't clog the pores. It's meant to sit on the surface. It is not going to oxidize on your skin. The concealer is actually waterproof, and the concealer is actually formulated to be able to cover up tattoos. That's the pigmentation. It's that 50% pigmentation that's just gonna really give you the perfect coverage. You can always scrape out either the concealer or the foundation to make a BB cream or a CC cream, but definitely takes a little getting used to. But once when you get, like, you figure out what tool works best for your face, if you're struggling, I love to go and use, we actually have a blender full that is latex free, dye free. You can submerge it in water. It's kind of like a skin on skin application. But for me lately, I've been really digging the brush. So I love brush number 5. And you guys can just see straight up what that just did. I'm actually gonna give a little bit more coverage under here. But just like that, we have like an instant color help, instant lift, and just that brightness under the eye that I need, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and finish up on this side here. Okay, so because this part of the eye is so delicate, you can even go in with your finger. If you scrape a little off, you can warm it up on your hand and just go ahead and apply with your ring finger, and you can kind of just like dab that along if you prefer an application like that. I do want to make sure that I'm not like really being aggressive rubbing this, so I love that I can get it kind of on the ends like that and just kind of like buff that in for me personally. And then I always love to go in and correct any areas that have like just maybe a little bit of redness. You can kind of go in, if you have any scarring or things like that, it's going to really help give you that coverage. Next up, we're going to go in with the foundation with brush number 17, and I'm just going to swirl this a little bit. And this is why I'm really obsessed with this foundation, because it's not going to oxidize. It won't change color on my skin. What you see is what you get. I love that 50% pigmentation, so that means you're going to use less of the product but get more coverage. How cool is that? So this baby's gonna last you a while. I ordered these, I think it was around maybe towards like midsummer, end of the summer, and they're still kicking. This one here is like barely touched into, even though I use that underneath my eyes. And then my foundation I just replaced. So that was maybe August, September, October, November, December, about maybe 5 or 6 months my foundation lasts me. So it really depends on how much you use, how much coverage you need. And also just depends on, if you're changing in and out between your summer and your spring shade, what's really great too is you can buy a 2Well foundation, and that's awesome just to get a really great, transition shade. Or if you feel like you can never get the right shade, mixing the two, they come in a 2Well palette, you can go ahead and really get an awesome coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you really quick just the difference on how super light coverage this is for me. And it's also just giving me, for me personally, just like that extra boost of confidence. I do get a little redness. I don't know if I have rosacea. I don't think I do, but in the winter time, I feel like the heat in the house always gives me like a little bit of a flare up on my face. I don't know if anyone's ever experienced that, but we're actually going to do the other side now and just buff this through. Here we go. Okay, there you have it. I'm going to go in with the lighter concealer. What's great too, and I want to mention about the foundation, this light is just going to kind of brighten up underneath my eye. I want to talk a little bit about the foundation really quick, is because if you are one that struggles with dry skin, aging skin, what's great is this, because it's a wax-based foundation, it's not really going to dry out your skin more. It's actually going to help kind of add a little bit of that, I don't want to say moisture, but because of that wax is there, it's going to give you kind of a really nice finish. But also, if you are one that struggles with acne prone skin, I know for me, that was me for the longest time. And so with having that acne prone skin, I always had that vicious cycle of, not taking my makeup off properly, then putting it back on, and then struggling with my skin getting clogged up, and those pores never got to really heal. And there was just like always a breeding ground for bacteria and for that oil and the cystic acne and everything. So what's been really great is that this foundation, if you guys can see, I have some of the best skin of my life at 35. And what I really love about this foundation is that it does not sink into the pores and clog them. It sits on the surface there and gives you almost like a skin-like look, so that you're not having that heaviness. Also, because it does have there's an anti-inflammatory oil in there, so it's actually going to really help allow your skin to breathe. It's not clogging the pores, you're allowing the skin to breathe, and it's just going to give you like that really great flawless coverage. Okay, so let's get into some powders. Forgot to mention one thing. With any of these products, all you have to do is comment color match me with any of the products, or consultation. You can say anything like that, and I'll just get in contact with you and can consult with you. The great thing about having somebody like me who is a beauty guide with Lime Life by Alcone, I don't know if I say that enough, is that you do get that one-on-one attention and care. If you guys don't know about this company, please look into it. We didn't start off in the network marketing business. We are a company that has been around for over 65 years in the professional makeup and makeup industry. So I'm actually going to do a full history of Lime Life, but in particular, a full history of Alcone. So if you don't know Alcone Company, definitely look them up. But I just felt the need to say that because these products are top-notch. You are getting top-notch products, and when you get somebody like me, I can guide you and color match you through this process. Okay, so next up, I'm going to show you actually two of my favorite palettes, and you're going to decide too what works best for you, but I'm going to show you what I'm working on today. But I'm actually going to get into HD powders really quick. They are finely milled powder. They blur things out. I work in television and do commercials and all that, and in theater, but these actually photograph beautifully. I have cameramen come up to me saying, what the heck do you use on their face? Because I swear they look airbrushed, and that's these powders here. They're gonna blur things out, create just the stunning photo and camera finish. So I am gonna actually use a little bit of that. You can buy these palettes, you can do individual. I have to wash my brushes. Anyone feel me on that there? But I'm actually gonna go ahead and use this banana color just to brighten up underneath. But you guys can see it just really blurs things out a bit and gives you just that nice blurred out look, and I'm just obsessed with these powders. We're actually going to use both these palettes today, but again, we can cater it to whatever you personally need. I'm going to go in with this lighter palette and just kind of brush that across my face. What I love too about powders is they really are going in and helping set some of that makeup, that foundation. The powders work beautifully with the wax-based foundation. I'm just gonna get up close so you guys can see now just how all of that looks so like natural, but also just airbrushed, and everything is just like finely all mixing in and just fine-tuned. I love that. So this is really great. You can buy them in single. I bought a darker palette also to go in and contour with. I'm not going to use that one today for contouring. I'm going to show you my other favorite palette, which you can design any of these palettes to your liking. So just know that you can do a bronzer, a blush, and a translucent pressed powder. You can do 2 blushes and a powder. You can do all blushes. Like, what's great is they come in a 2-well, a 3-well, and a 6-well, and they're magnetic. So when you get low, you just pop them out. I'm gonna go in with this lovely fan brush. It's brush number 16, and I'm actually gonna go in with a bronzer that actually has a little bit of shimmer in it. I just put way too much on here, but I'll just show you guys. I'm just gonna go in a little bit higher because I have a wider cheeks here, and I'm gonna define it just a little bit higher for myself. I know kind of contouring, you would wanna bring it down a little bit, but for me personally, I really love this new trend that is bringing it up a little bit higher. And we're just going to go ahead and kind of put this in the areas where you would go and contour, and we're just going to do a bit of a lazy girl contour. So you're going to see me doing that here. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go in and throw a little bit of powder on, and I'm just kind of setting some of that with that translucent powder. I'll probably do this again, but this is just kind of like taking everything I just did and kind of solidifying it before I go ahead and throw on my blush. So I actually like to use 2 different blushes, one for a bit of a highlight, and that is going to be this blush right here. I'm gonna just go in and tap this and put this on right where you would put the highlight and blush, and kind of just, you can see like there's just a little nice little shimmer and shine there added in with the bronzer that already has some shimmer to it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here. And then what I love to go and do is add a bit of this to the tip of my nose. And what's great about this blush is you kind of use it as a highlight, and I like it because as much as I love the glowiness, right, I also do love a bit for it not to be like super glowy. We do have some like glow drops and things like you can do for super, you know, highlight, but I just love this for that like subdued highlight. So next up, I'm gonna just really quick show you one of my favorite things I created, which was my own personal blush 6-well palette. Are we obsessed? I know I am. So we're gonna just go in and throw on the prettiest blush. I'm gonna use actually this one. And this is just gonna add like a bit of, I'm just going all out with the, on my cheeks today with some highlight and shimmer. But I just love how youthful blush can make you look. And I just love how this definitely, that pigment is just so pretty. So you can design one of these for yourself. You can pick out the shades that you want. You can actually create a powder palette. So if you wanted to get a 6-well, you can put a translucent powder in there, some bronzers and blushes, and you'd be set. I feel like almost for life, right? Because they're so highly pigmented. You saw I barely tapped into that. All right, let's get into these brows. I did do a few brow tutorials, so I'm not gonna really get into it here, but who here loves a great eyeliner? How about a gel eyeliner? How about a waterproof gel eyeliner? That's me. I go in with brush number 14 by Lime Life by Alcone and an enduring eyeliner by Lime Life. This is gel, waterproof, all that good stuff, and I use it for my brows. So I'm gonna show you here. And just like that, brows are done. I'm obsessed with this formula and it's just my go-to. I can get my brows done in under 2 minutes, like total. So definitely highly recommend that. But there's also another thing that I love to go and throw on here, which is a brow gel. This brow gel is gonna really help kind of sculpt them out a little bit. You guys can see like my brow is there. I got an ample brow with the help of putting the tweezer down and all that good stuff. But going in and kind of just defining them a little bit more, there's plant-like fibers that are on here. It's plant-based, so it's gonna actually cling to those little baby fine hairs. It's also gonna help tint them, so if you do struggle in that department, it comes on light, medium, and dark. You could also use a brow pencil with and then go in with this, but I just love it just to kind of just, I would say, like chisel them out a little bit, cut them out, define them a little bit more, and create a more fuller brow too. Plus, if you're anything like me, I've got kind of wiry, curly hair, and so when my brows start to grow out, I do love to cut them, I love to tint them, I love to take care of them, but I also love a good brow gel just to keep things in place. Let's talk mirrors really quick, because I feel like tools are so important, whether you're using shadow brushes or powder brushes, all that good stuff. They are so important, sponges and things like that. Having some really great lighting and mirror and all that good stuff is so important. What I love about these two are you can travel with them. They're made by Glamcore, and Lime Life actually carries these as well. First of all, can we just take a moment and look how pretty that is? What's great too is this slides in. You can carry this in your purse. It actually has 3 settings. So you're going to go ahead and get 3 light settings. You can take the perfect selfie, but you can also go ahead while you're doing your makeup. I don't know if you're anything like me. I used to do that like on the run, in the car, like freshen up, whatever you need. This is going to be the perfect mirror for that. But then also what I love about this one, and I'm going to switch to using this one for a minute, is actually this is not charged right now, my apologies, but this is a really great thing to travel with. So I'm going to just show you guys this mirror. I'll do a review on both of these mirrors, and I have another one that's a larger one. But this actually turns, and if you do not have, this is magnetic makeup, but if you do not have anything like that, they actually provide little magnets here that you can stick on the back of your makeup and create a really great travel makeup little area. Plus it lights up, so that has settings as well. What I love about this is I can go in and basically just sit here and do my makeup if I need, I love getting up close. I don't really, sometimes you'll see me looking up and that's just to kind of give the far away look, but I love a good mirror up close. I know a lot of people are like that. So I'm going to just show you a really quick eyeshadow look that I love to go and do. It is so simple. I use 2 shades. It's nothing crazy. And I'm not looking to get crazy here today. This is what I replicate my everyday look. So I go in with actually this really pretty purple color and this champagne color. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put this in my crease, then add this to my eyelid. So this is called Gilded Lily, and that's called Rose Colored Glasses. So we're just gonna get right into it here. Okay, so I gotta tell you guys, like I said, this is an easy eyeshadow look for me that I can replicate every single day. The reason why I do that so wider set, because if you notice here, I even bring my brows a little bit more wider set than they actually are, because I do have more of like an exotic eye structure. So I like to bring mine out. You can always kind of go in and clean this up with some concealer or foundation, just going back in with your brush. Probably use a smaller brush, but like, just going in there and kind of like cleaning that up a bit if it's too much for you. There's also a bit of like different tools you can use. You can use some tape there to kind of just keep it from falling. You can use powder to keep it from, coming down. But ultimately, I do like that a bit of like a wider set look. So there's that. I'm also going to go ahead and throw on a really quick waterproof eyeliner underneath my eye. Obsessed with these gel eyeliners, but this is actually in the shade purple. It's called, what is it called? Powerful. And the gold is called Pure Gold. They're a duo eyeliner, and these are just stunning. So I'm going to show you here this purple. what's great is you actually have a little bit of a time frame, like 15 to 20 seconds, to go ahead and kind of like buff that through before the waterproof like basically sets in. So just throwing that out there, that you do have a little bit of time, but then after that it's like, it's there, it's set. Okay, so just how pretty is that purple? I'm obsessed with it. Okay, next up, let's get some lips going. For lips, there are so many different things out there on the market, right? I'm actually gonna walk you through. Lime Life has 5 different products plus a lip scrub, so 6 total that you can choose from in all different shades. Basically a bullet lipstick, which who doesn't love a good bullet lipstick? What I really love too is, well, check out that pink, isn't that stunning? But they're magnetic, so you get that extra added protection when you throw this in your purse or bag. I really love the formula on it. They're highly pigmented without having to use a lot of product. Obsessed with that. Lip gloss, not sticky, bedazzled. Hold up. Bedazzled. And you get this really fun like colors. I just love it. They're highly pigmented. They smell like cake when you put them on, and they're not sticky, which is so important when it comes to lip gloss for me. Next up is a perfect balm. These can be used on your lips, cheeks, and eyes. There's several shades to choose from. They are so healthy to use, made with vitamin E, shea butter, ultra healing, ultra soothing, all that good stuff. And again, multiple uses between the lips, cheeks, and eyes. Next up, there's also a eucalyptus and mint that is just perfect to use before you go to bed or underneath your mask, or even like men really like to use it. And there's also a sunblock one for your lips, and you can use it on different areas that you burn easily, on your tattoos, all that good stuff. Okay, next up, there's 2 more. There's a lip liner, which is an enduring lip liner, smudge proof, all that good stuff. It lasts. I'm telling you, you can use this obviously to line your lips, or use it as an added bit of protection underneath any of your lip colors, or use it on its own as a lipstick. It does not go anywhere. It also helps if you struggle with a bit of like bleeding of the lips with your lip color. This will lock it in there for you. Okay, also need to point out, I'm a big fan of like gadgets and things. If you do this, oh my gosh, what did I just do? Don't do that. Okay, there we go. I just twisted it off. Those clicks actually helps sharpen it, and you do not lose any product because it basically shapes the product in there for you and gives you a really great tip. And when you are ready to, if you're using it as a lipstick, all you do is push up on it, and it actually extends the product up a little bit further. I hope I can close that now. We'll just be careful with that guy because I'm not using that today. I'm going to use one of my favorite colors, and that's Ruby Chocolate. It is my go-to color. It is an enduring lip color. They are liquid matte lipstick, and why I'm obsessed with them so much is because, well, obviously the shades, but I love the curved wand for precision. What's great about this formula, it does not dry out the lips. It is going to dry matte, so you can actually see it drying right before your eyes. But you can layer these. So there's all different shades to choose from. You can go in, create your own color. You can do a fun ombre lip with this. You can get really creative and create different shades for yourself. They because they don't get they don't dry out your lips, they're always kind of have that like super creamy feel to them. In order to set them, I love to use setting spray. I love to throw some translucent powder over the top of it just to lock it in. But also they are more of a long-lasting lip wear. They're not a stain, but they are long-lasting, just depending on, do you lick your lips a lot? Do you eat something that's oily and that causes, you know, it to come off a little bit? I do not, so they do last longer for me, so it really just depends on the person. But also, I mean, how could you not love Ruby Chocolate? It's my favorite. All right, let's get into some magnetic lashes. Okay. So these magnetic lashes are actually made by Eylure London. I got them at Target. They were, I think, maybe under 15 bucks. It might have been like 13 and change. It says they're faux mink lashes, easy application, 15 wears. I'm telling you though, I watched my sister use these from October until like January, and she bought a new set in January. So if you take care of them, I'm going to show you the box here. You can just see these are actually accent ones, but if you take care of them by going in and really just removing any product, you can take a Q-tip and just take a little bit of alcohol or makeup remover and remove the product off of the magnets, the little anchors there. They're actually going to keep a lot, they're going to help keep them a lot stronger and easier to apply. So just throwing that out there if you've never done anything like that. I've had the full set, but I really love the accent ones for everyday wear. And the only thing I want to look into if they have made this, I know other companies out there have made it, but is a magnetic lash eyeliner that is clear, because this does give you that like dark black line. You have to use several coats, like 3 coats, in order for it to work properly. So I'm gonna go in, curl my eyelashes, put the glue on, and not glue on, gosh, no glue. Put the magnetic eyeliner on, and then I will show you guys what it looks like dropping the accent ones on. Here we go. Three coats, and it's done. I also went in and threw on a one-step fiber mascara just to help boost the lashes. What's really difficult too, when you go and add that black line, you really can't get a good gauge for your eyelashes, but you guys can see there, that's without the accent. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these on now that they're nice and dry. So you could use a tweezer or a tool. Obviously a tweezer it's going to stick to. I'm just going to use my fingers. And I'm not going to go in this way. I'm actually going to go in and drop them like this and then kind of press them in. So we'll go ahead and drop the, we want to bring it out as far as we can because they are accent. I don't want them to be like in center. I want to be on the end there. So I'm going to go ahead and drop. For me, it naturally wants to drop the middle first because of the angle. Not even the angle as much as just how my hand is laying. So once you get it on there, you can go ahead and press it in and kind of pull it down if it needs to be pulled down a little bit. Sometimes you might struggle to it connecting fully, so just go ahead and like connect it and then press it. If you happen to rip them off, you always want to go in and then put in another coat. You guys could just see they're just a really nice little accent to the end there. We'll drop the other one in, so easy. And I love how simple they are. I know not a lot of people are into magnetic eyelashes. Gosh, I remember when they first started coming out and we were using the ones that basically were, you know, 2 and you had to clip them, and it was, you know, it was difficult. Some people got them, some people didn't. But this is really great because you can go and add the eyeliner on, and now the eyeliner is just magnetic. So there we have added accent lashes. And they give me that extra boost that I need, especially for other things that I do on social media that I just really love, that I just have that added bit of lash and just nice boost. I threw on some mascara underneath there. So the last thing I want to do here is basically set my makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and use a setting spray. This is Oil Strike. It's for people who tend to have oily skin, and that's just me. I mean, I basically have a lot of the oil combated, but I don't really have dry skin. I do have a bit of combination skin, so I like to use this. There is a time setter, it's called. It's for more aged skin, normal skin to dry skin. Okay, here we go. I put a little extra on because I'm extra, okay? But that's pretty much it, guys. This is basically my makeup routine. If I wanted to go and add, I know I hopefully will get this video under a certain amount of time, but I love going in and just adding a little bit of pressed powder to the end of this, and that's just kind of pressing everything in. I could put it on my lips at that time too, just to help kind of lock it in. and that's just finishing this look off. And that is my everyday go-to look that I can create. I probably do this when I'm just sitting here and getting it done. I can do this anywhere between 20 and 25 minutes. But again, you can taper a look and bring it down to 10 minutes, for 5 minutes. Maybe you only have time for certain things. So if you comment below and you're interested in something, or if you are wondering about like getting even a consultation or, you know, a video call with me, I can do that, and I'd be more than happy to help you out and hook you up. Please make sure you take care of yourself. Take care of someone else. This is, I guess I think I'm going to start calling this like Angel Beauty and like joining my glam room and all that fun stuff. So I'm so glad that you guys are here on my YouTube channel, and I'm excited to be starting this out. I'm excited for it to grow. Right now we have a very, very, very small following, but I'm so excited to see what will happen in the coming years ahead. And I'm just thrilled that I got this up and running. So I thank you so much for your support. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Bye-bye.